Hello, greetings and welcome to the channel. My name is Dr. Nana Gyesie, transformational coach here at Inner Mileage, where we help folks transform, heal, and optimize their lives. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of quantum physics and how it can help us understand the dynamics of narcissistic abuse and the profound role of empaths. In other words, we're going to be exploring narcissistic abuse and empaths through the lens of quantum physics. Looking forward to exploring this with you, go into greater detail so you understand this from a science-based perspective and can navigate your own abuse, whether you are in the process of recognizing it, are still in it, have recently escaped from it, or you've been away from it for a while and you're in the middle of crafting a new life and you just need some more understanding. So let's start by exploring some foundational concepts in quantum physics. See, while traditional physics or Newtonian physics focuses on the predictable mechanical nature of the physical world, quantum physics reveals a universe filled with paradoxes, uncertainties, and interconnectedness. And here are three principles that we're going to be talking about and related to narcissistic abuse. The first is wave-particle duality. So what is this? At a quantum level, particles like electrons can exist both as waves and particles. It's only when observed that they choose a state. In other words, things are as they are, and the state is based on the position of the observer. That gives it a certain resonance and manifestation. The second is quantum entanglement, which is particles separated by vast distances remain interconnected, meaning the state of one instantly affects the state of the other, which is why humans are really connected. When you're in a relationship with someone that have even broken up, those connections may still exist until you cut cords. And the third is the observer effect, which is the very act of observing a particle changes its state. So just imagine dropping a pebble in a still pond and watching the ripples spread and interact. These interactions, though visible to the naked eye at a quantum level, influence the fabric of reality itself. Everything is connected, everything works in a waveform, whether you're aware of it or not. So let's talk about this with more specificity and draw a parallel between these quantum phenomena and the relationship dynamics between narcissists and empaths. So the first is this wave-particle duality and dual realities. In other words, narcissists and empaths often operate in separate or dual realities. The narcissist's charm and cruelty exist simultaneously, much like a quantum particle's wave and particle states. An empath, sensitive to the energy of others, often perceives both realities, but struggles with the unpredictability of the narcissist's behavior. See? Though we talk about this from a quantum entanglement and trauma-bond perspective, when an empath and narcissist form a relationship, it's like quantum entanglement. The trauma bond acts as the invisible thread keeping them connected. And even when physically apart, the empath feels the energetic pull of the narcissist's emotional state. Let me paint a picture. Think of entangled particles, right? When one changes, the other reacts instantaneously, no matter the distance, right? And similarly, an empath can feel the narcissist's energetic manipulations across continents and across time. Then we talk a little bit about the observer effect and self-awareness. And here's a critical insight. Just as observing a quantum particle alters its state, an empath's awareness of their own patterns can disrupt the toxic dance with a narcissist. So by becoming the conscious observer, the empath starts to change their energetic reality. And this step requires not only observation, but deep work, a core aspect of what we do here at Inner Mileage. And if we can be of help to you, type transform the comments or reach out to our certified coaching practice to help you through this, or reach out to a licensed or certified mental health practitioner. Now we're going to talk about narcissistic abuse as a quantum collapse. So in quantum physics, a wave collapses into a particle when observed. Similarly, narcissistic abuse collapses an empath's sense of self into a fixed, often diminished state. The empath, overwhelmed by the narcissist projections, loses fluidity and potential. However, this collapse isn't permanent. By re-engaging their intrinsic energy and potential, empaths can regain quantum fluidity, a process we can help you with here at Inner Mileage. So let's talk about a practical example of what this is. So an empath, through meditative practices, learns to observe their thoughts and feelings without judgment. This allows the collapsed particle of their diminished self to re-expand into the wave of infinite potential, because that's what happens when you meditate, right? Now, what does this mean in the context of quantum awakening? Well, here's where the transformation begins. An empath's healing journey mirrors the quantum concept of superposition. And in superposition, this is the ability to exist in multiple states simultaneously. Through practices like meditation, breath work, somatic healing, and self-inquiry, which is kind of the blah, blah, blah into what's on your mind consciously, unconsciously, and subconsciously, empaths reclaim their multidimensional nature. And in fact, what we do with our coaching framework here at Inner Mileage is self-inquiry, which is what exists for you consciously, unconsciously, and subconsciously, which leads to deep self-awareness, which is, wow, I thought the root cause was A, I now see it's B or C, or it's A, B, and C, not just A. And that self-awareness leads to the ability to self-transform, because self-transformation is rooted in revealing the geometric proof of how these limiting self-beliefs or traumas came to be and how they hold you back. And once you can see the geometric proof, it's easy to walk back and transform it. So it's not just about feeling good in a session, but it's about quantum leap to the other side. And then finally, all of this leads to self-mastery. So self-transformation over time leads to deep self-mastery. So as we come to the end, let's talk a little bit about the universe within, which is what the whole point of quantum mechanics and quantum physics is. So as quantum physics proposes to us, the universe isn't just out there. Narcissistic abuse, as painful as it is, can serve as a catalyst for deep and profound self-discovery. When empaths recognize their role as creators of their reality, they step into their power. You step into your power. We step into our power, becoming not just survivors, but luminous, and I really love this word luminous agents of change. Having a grateful heart, because you're grateful for all that's happened to you, good, bad, and indifferent. And a luminous mind, a mind that's free of judgment, that can process with clarity because it's free from the inhibitors of clear understanding, right understanding. So all of this is to celebrate the awakening, and by guiding empaths to harness their pain as a portal to growth. And by integrating these experiences, empaths learn to transform the scars of abuse into stars of wisdom, the scars of abuse into stars of wisdom. This is the whole point of the quantum realm, which is realizing that there's entanglement, which is why we feel the trauma bond, that waves are interconnected even across distances, which is why the trauma bond seems to persist until you understand that it persists and take steps to cut the cord so you're no longer quantumly entangled with trauma. And then reprogramming your mind. Until you reprogram your mind, the previous programs that exist will continue to run consciously, unconsciously, and subconsciously. So this is the whole process of quantum entanglement. I want to thank you for joining me on this deep exploration. Remember, the dynamics of narcissistic abuse and the empath's journey are not just psychological or emotional. They are profoundly energetic and quantum in nature. And when you understand this, that there is a real energetic dimension to your healing, it enables you to heal. Because healing is not just psychological. It's one part of it, but it's also energetic and spiritual. I amalgamated both words. I want to thank you for joining us. If I can be of help, type transform or send me a message at nana@innermileage.com. And remember, there's no one like you.